Shaheed Zia's fugitive killer arrested after 45 years. Sheikh Hasina's extradition depends on India's goodwill. July Martyrs Day observed with different events. Those were the headlines. Good evening, I'm Shahzan with English Bulletin. Former Army officer Mohammad Muzaffar Hussain, a death row convict of President Zia Rahman's assassination case, has been arrested after 45 years in hideout. Arrested Muzaffar Hussain was an army major during the incident of assassination of President Zia Rahman. He fled soon after the killing. Reward was announced at the time to catch him. Acting on a tip-off, DB police arrested him. Later, he was handed over to army on Thursday. A group of rebel army officers killed President Zia Rahman at Chattogram Circuit House on May 30 in 1981. Major Muzaffar Hussain was handed down death sentence in the trial of President Zia Rahman's assassination case. Government wants to bring back Sheikh Hasina. Sheikh Hasina herself also talked about surrendering on her return to the country. However, the whole matter depends on the diplomatic and political will of the Indian government. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shama Obaid made the remarks while talking to the journalists at the Foreign Office on Thursday. She also talked about aspects of Sheikh Hasina's extradition. July Martyrs Day was observed today with different events. That is also the second martyrdom anniversary of Abu Said, the first martyr of anti-discrimination students' movement. On this date in 2024, Abu Said, the student of Rangpur Begum Rokeya University, stood in front of the bullet valiantly and took the bullet in his chest after police opened fire. The martyrdom of Abu Said fueled up the anti-discrimination students' movement. The movement that turned into July mass uprising saw the ouster of Sheikh Hasina's regime on August 5. Abu Said's mother still mourns the death of her son. She wants the execution of her son's killers during her lifetime. Results of the national polls had been manipulated through 3.5-hour blackout. Amir of Jamaat Islami Dr. Shafiqur Rahman made the remark in his address to a discussion marking July Martyrs Day in capital's Kakrail on Thursday. He warned that history of July mass uprising will be protected even at the cost of life. Dr. Shafiqur Rahman alleged after ouster of fascism, the referendum that had taken place to build a Bangladesh of Insaf, BNP is now ignoring that mandate. Referendum mandate implementation will be realized at any cost. Nothing dignified has so far been done for the July martyrs and injured. The Jamaat Islami Amir called for naming the roads and installations after the name of July martyrs as agreed in July Charter. Convener of NCP and former coordinator of anti-discrimination students movement Nahid Islam has termed Abu Said as the Imam of July martyrs. He said Abu Said became spiritual icon of July movement. He stood in front of the bullet to establish justice. Everyone came out on the street at that time out of conscience after his supreme sacrifice. Nahid Islam made the remark after offering Fatiha at the grave of Shaheed Abu Said at Jafarpara in Pirganj of Rangpur. Whoever is instigating the students, steps have to be taken to control it. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed made the remark while exchanging views with the journalists at the conference room of his ministry on Thursday. The Home Minister said there is some vested quarters who want to embarrass the government. They are trying to fish in murky waters centering students' movement over HSC and equivalent exams. The Home Minister said decision of taking the exam on that specific day was taken talking to everyone. Now, a short break. We'll be back soon with Boat sinks in Myanmar, over 500 feared dead. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Army Chief General Wakar has inaugurated tree plantation program in all cantonments of the country. The Army Chief inaugurated the tree plantation program at the Nirjhar area of Dhaka cantonment on Thursday. He inaugurated the event by planting a tree there. Senior officers of the Army and students of the school and colleges were present at the time. A total of 11,36,000 trees will be planted under this tree plantation program. Now news around the world. More than 500 people fleeing violence in Myanmar are feared dead after two boats disappeared in rough conditions off the country's coast. Media reported on Thursday citing the International Organization for Migration and the UN Refugee Agency statement. According to a joint statement from the two UN migration bodies, the vessels reportedly departed from Myanmar's western Rakhine state in late June and were carrying mostly Rohingya passengers. One boat reportedly carrying 250 people lost contact shortly after departure, while another with about 280 passengers is believed to have sunk off Myanmar's Ayeyarwady coast on July 8. US launched another wave of strikes across Iran as overnight explosions reported in Qasem Island, Bandar Abbas and Chabahar. Iran warned all US infrastructure in the region will be crushed under steel blows if they carried out their threat to attack Iran's civilian sites. US strike Iran for a fifth day, targeting coastal defenses and missile sites after reimposing naval blockade on Iranian ports. US military claimed it disabled oil tanker attempting to sail towards an Iranian port in Hormuz Strait by firing Hellfire missiles. Meanwhile, Iran claimed retaliatory attacks targeting US assets in Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan. Top negotiator Mohammad Ghalibaf said Iran forces have complete freedom of action against enemy's aggression after 7 Iranian troops killed in US attacks. The strait remains locked in an uneasy limbo, functioning as a grey zone where navigation is neither completely closed nor safely open. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Shaheed Zia's fugitive killer arrested after 45 years. Sheikh Hasina's extradition depends on India's goodwill. July Martyrs Day observed with different events. Boat sinks in Myanmar, over 500 feared dead. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.